Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 141 of This Week at Shrouded. I'm your host tonight, A Greener. Tonight with me, Mr. Rect, once again. Thanks for being here.
Hello, chat.
We got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about the AI slop that Bungie dropped in the TWID this week. We're going to talk a little bit about their update that took 7 some odd hours to do. And we'll probably talk a little bit about Marathon because Server Slam started today, and we've been playing it a little bit, and it messed with my computer, but not that bad. All right, a lot more than I I thought it was messing with my computer a lot more, and we'll get into the details on that. But let's start off with the AI TWID. So there's a bunch of stuff in the TWID. I didn't read.
No, there's not. There's a bunch of letters in the TWID, but there's not much content.
There's some stuff in the TWID. All right. Oh my god, I gotta start with the winners. Fuck.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Make Devilito wait.
No, I'm supposed to. All right. The winners. Okay, so if you weren't here last week, we instituted whatever it is, weekly winners. We changed it from 2 20 or 2,300 silver giveaways to 4 $10 gift card giveaways. We have 4 winners this week, and those winners are.
Before we get to those, are your levels looking okay in your OBS for your microphone?
Yep.
All right. You sound like you're peaking a little bit to me.
Oh, I am in the red, but not in the zeros.
You sound like you're going out a little bit.
I'm louder. Okay. But am I cutting out?
I mean, you're so loud that you're getting a little bit.
Okay, well, now I can't hear a thing you're saying.
That's all right. I'm not important to the show anyway.
Okay, but the thing is, listen, they hear what I hear.
But apparently I'm also cutting out. Am I cutting out for you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were. So they hear what I hear. You were cutting out. But when I talk, they don't hear what you hear. It's a separate audio source that goes to the stream. Which doesn't mean I won't fix me cutting out for you. You're
not cutting out. You just sound like this perpetually, even though you are not currently treating your mic like you're giving it an oral. Anyway.
I turned it down a notch for you.
There you go. That's much better.
That should do the trick.
Okay.
I'm going to be a lot quieter to the stream now, though. That's your fault. Just kidding. Okay, so, yeah. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, the winners. All right, the winners this week. The winners this week. All right, the big sexy Devilito, Mr. Rect, and Phoenix Aruban. So congratulations.
Hooray. Who was cursed?
I think it was Ace, but I don't remember for sure. I deleted all the tickets, so I don't remember anymore. But
sorry, Ace. Is that Pellegrino or is it booze?
It's Pellegrino.
All right.
Or did you know it was a Pellegrino bottle and just thought I poured up?
I knew it was a Pellegrino bottle from the label and the color. Yes, I also drink Pellegrino. I don't drink it from a bottle, straight from a bottle that size, but you know, I normally put it in a glass. But
I don't. I drink right out of these bottles. I also have cans of it. This is Perrier, actually, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't like the canned Perrier. I like the plastic bottles personally.
There's actually a local one called Montelier that does a grapefruit water here, and it's pretty local. It's from Quebec, so it's kind of beside me. So it's my favorite, absolute favorite. But you can only buy like one bottle at a time at like Walmart or Sobeys or whatever. You might not even know what a Sobeys is. This you can get at Costco for 36 bottles of it in a box. Which is why I buy it. just so much. I just grab the box and I throw it down, and then I buy. Bubbly has flavor, like it's for making your own carbonated water.
Yeah.
Um, so I buy those and usually use the. They have a cherry one. I wish they had a grapefruit one because I love grapefruit water. But they've got a cherry one that's really good. So sometimes I put that in here. This is currently unflavored at all. And when I say flavor, it's still like it's like the
It's
scent
mineral
flavor.
water. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's not real. There's no calories or sugar or sucralose or anything like that. It's just a nice scent that tricks your body into thinking there's a flavor. Anyway, sometimes I get bored of the normal stuff and go for that. And as you can tell right here on this one, pamplemousse. That's grapefruit in French, by the way. Here, it says grapefruit on this side. I love it. All right,
It would
moving
be
on.
funnier if you said you like maple flavored water, but you know, we're not here for the jokes, I guess.
I don't drink maple flavored water. I barely have maple syrup. You guys think Canadians are some weird fucking cheese, French fry eating, maple syrup drinking weirdos and milk bag chugging igloo monsters. I don't know, but we're not. We're pretty normal. We're pretty normal. We eat maple syrup on our pancakes and our waffles. We drink milk out of a glass, typically. Just sometimes when we store it in a bag. And, I mean, poutines are good, but, I mean, we don't eat them, like, a lot. Just, we get them once in a while. Like, pizza's better. You know? Anyway. Was there anything else weird about Canadians?
No.
I need to fix. I just realized we're actually in the podcast recording. It's not like the
We are.
pre-show. And
Yeah,
I was talking
correct.
about Pellegrino and Perrier
Yeah.
and no, Chad.
We're a video game podcast and a community show, folks. Smile.
Do Canadians
Anyway.
even know how to make pizza? Fuck off. All
They
right.
put poutine on it. Anyway, let's get back to that twid.
I've had poutine pizza before.
I'm sure you have.
We can edit it out, right? I don't edit the podcast because I'm too lazy and I don't have enough time. So no, not really.
Audio and video editing is a pain in the ass. No one would ever choose to do it if they didn't absolutely have to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anybody who tells you it's fun, they're lying.
Bruv. Oh, they killed my sponsor thing. It's too bad.
All right, so there's an update for the Practic Time trials.
Okay, no, hold on.
basically-
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Basically, they've recognized that there's a little bit of issue with when people get their clear done and the time the API recognizes as the clear having been done.
Sure.
So as long as your clear is under 21 minutes on the API timer, you'll be fine. You don't have to push it anything below that.
Sure.
And then
Well, it says, and then they recommend that the in-game timer remains below 20. So is that the one on the end screen?
so yeah, when
Okay.
you finish the thing, that's what you're looking for because it's going to give you the finish time in like the results
So
screen.
check
in your
it, make
post-game
sure
finish
it's
report.
under 20, and then go to your API and make sure it's under 21, and then basically you're good.
But if you sit in the arena for like those seconds after you finish, those are counting on your API time. So you want to just get out as soon as you're done.
Get out. Who wants to carry me to a 20-minute equilibrium? No one?
I mean,
All right.
I know
That's
a couple
fine.
of Johnny Chunk boys that I'm sure would be willing to help you.
Who?
Johnny Chunk.
What does that mean? Are they fat?
That means people that are using the. No, okay, Greener. You know what, Meximan? Greener's not in touch with Destiny either, so it's fine. You don't know who Paul Tassi is. Greener doesn't know who Johnny Chunk is. It's fine.
Okay, well, Johnny Chunk's starting to sound like a gun.
Johnny Chunk is not a gun. Johnny
Damn it.
Chunk is
it
a grenade on Void
Ah.
Warlock, where you can use an in-game glitch to have it cause more damage than it has any right to cause.
I don't do that. I'm not a glitch abuser. Sorry. I want to get it legit.
Devilito, just don't miss your jumps, homie.
Oh, hold on, I gotta stand up for a little bit while we podcast.
Okay. Mexi Man, why are you catching strays? Paul Tassi. That's why.
How do you not know who Paul Tassi is if you play Destiny? That's crazy.
That's fine. You know what? He has a healthier relationship with the game if he doesn't know who Paul Tassi is, because that means he's not plugged into the social media, Twitter specifically, around Destiny. Which just turns everybody who gets involved in it into a bunch of miserable cunts. And that is to include us.
That's me. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, man. Though I did enjoy Paul Tassi and Dr. Disrespect's little back and forth yesterday.
Yes. Once again, Dr. Disrespect is like, I was just rage baiting everybody. You all fell into my trap. You all activated my trap card. Yeah, bro. Okay. You're just trying to make sure that you're still slightly relevant. That's all.
You know, I
About
never
something other than touching minors.
I never really fell originally into the Dr. Disrespect wave back in the day. But there was a few clips I saw of him from time to time that I was like, hey, he can be pretty funny. But and then all that stuff went down, and then there was still people supporting him or whatever and watching a stream, and that's fine, I guess. It's really weird, but anyway, so yesterday was the first time I really acknowledged that he still exists, and I went and I was looking at his Twitter profile, and he still has 2.3 million followers on Twitter, which is crazy amount of people.
Well, listen, in the pursuit of his bag, he has pivoted in how he's producing content and who he's appealing to.
Oh yeah,
he's definitely appealing to that crowd. That
I totally get it, but
that grifter crowd. You know who I'm talking about. I'm trying not to get political on here.
Yep, it's fine. I get it. But that crowd, for the most case, I'm sure there's normal people that watch him still because they find him amusing and just don't care about the controversy. But I remember when he had the controversy before the minor thing, and how he apologized to his community and how he apologized to everyone, and when he came back he was still the same old Dr. Disrespect, but for some reason this time after this one he just completely turned on everyone, and he talks like a child when he's called out now. Like, I don't know. He never did that stuff before, and I didn't like him.
You don't understand. You're just falling prey to his mind games.
No, but I never liked him before that much. I thought some stuff was amusing, but now I really just fucking hate the guy. Like, he's an absolute douche nozzle. And then he keeps lying about these partnerships, which are funny. I saw it yesterday, and I actually kind of chuckled, but I didn't say anything because he put hashtag marathon partner. And anybody who knows anything about the creator program knows that it's Marathon Creator. So I was just, the fact that Paul even asked the Marathon team was what was even funnier, because I was just like,
Oh, he did it on purpose, obviously.
No, but I get it, but I feel like he legitimately wasn't 100% sure either, and he actually wanted to know the answer to the question.
I don't think so. I think Paul knew what was up. It's not the first time this Dr. Disrespect has done this kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, it was pretty funny. and I enjoy their back and forth. But his followers are psychotic.
Yep.
Like, not all of them. Like I said, there's probably normal people that watch, but like they will go and attack anybody who like really hard too. That messes with
Anybody
them.
that gets a big following in the streaming space, especially,
Hmm.
there is a lot of weird parasocial relationships that people are forming in their heads, right? And some streamers feed into that. Some streamers try to shut it down. The ones that feed into it, they get the most weirdos. And and the ladies. The ladies get a lot of weirdos too, regardless of whether or not they try to shut it down. So, but yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've watched a couple of Dr. D streams, and he definitely feeds into parasocial weirdness. He uses it to cash in, 100%.
Sag. What a weirdo.
Meximan asks, isn't that any celeb, streamer, etc. people obsess over? I think it's most acute in streaming because people can get instant feedback from the person they've got the parasocial relationship with. Like, all I got to do is drop a super chat or, whatever to get themselves or do a donation to get their message actually read by the streamer, and the streamer is then going to thank them. And now they feel like they're connected, even though the streamer almost certainly has no idea who the fuck they are, and probably doesn't actually care. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree with you. Most of them don't give a fuck, but it's yeah. I don't know. It's wild. It was wild to watch some of that go down yesterday, and I'm just like, holy fuck. Like that's crazy. Like to have that sort of like, I don't know, desire to protect. Somebody described my relationship with Greener, bro. No, I've had people call me things on Twitter before. Yeah, I don't see you in there threatening to kill their children. Get on that, bro. What the fuck? Somebody called me an R word the other day on Twitter just because I was okay with the crafting changes in Arc Raiders. I know it's a joke. So was me telling you to go tell somebody that you're gonna kill their children. Do you think I was serious? Jesus, I was. Go do it. Anyway, and then I was like, and it's crazy. You know exactly who that person is in real life too when they talk like that.
Yeah.
When they can't just be like, "Nah, man, I disagree with you." When they're just like, "No, this is why you're wrong, and you are a R word, or you are a something inappropriate." Just like the R is like, it seems to be a big one for them for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's not raffle, Josh Mack. It's a different word. I do think you can do exclamation ticket to see how many tickets you have for the raffle later. That does not work. Okay, try tickets. Yeah, okay. There you go. Man, it should say what draw it is. FYI, we're giving a copy of the Marathon Deluxe Edition away to somebody. You just got to be active in chat to get raffle tickets. Sorry, anybody listening, audio, you're not eligible. You should watch our stream on twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming in the future. We'll give you some cool stuff. Yeah, I'll draw that sometime tonight. You don't need to be here to win. The more you're here and the more you're talking, the more raffle tickets you get. All right, back to podcast mode. Man, I'm off my game today. I keep talking.
You just want to get back to playing some more marathon.
No,
obviously.
but I think that the raffle thing, like, I shouldn't bring that up during the podcast, like, because that's a live, like, it's a live thing. Anyway, I don't know. I'm dumb. Whatever. Anyway, I'm not perfect. That's okay. Okay. All right. So we talked about the Praxic time trials update. They've got some tips here for speeding through equilibrium. But all you said is get some Johnny Knockers or something like that. Johnny, what's his name?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
The Void Nade users.
Johnny Chunk.
Yeah. How did you not know what I was trying to talk about? I even got the name right. The first name. All right. Just get somebody that knows how to Johnny Chunk, and then you're good to go. Don't fail at the jumping puzzles.
There's friendship doors, so you can't pull through a good chunk of it. So, you need to do your part and make it through the jumping puzzles as quickly as you can without dying too many times.
All right. There's a bunch of stuff on here. Use Praxic Blade for everything. Seriously, it says. Prepare 2 loadouts, one for traversal, one traversal spaces where you need to move fast, one for DPS on boss encounters. There's first. I don't know if any of this is accurate because I've only ran it like 3 times. So, fire. They think their fire team configuration be a Song of Flame Warlock, a Prismatic Hunter with Tether and Titans, Solar Bonk Titans, or Strand, the Banner of War, or Arc and oh my God, that's like everything. It's like you can do whatever you want with your Titan, but you need to be a Prismatic Hunter with Tether. That's it. There's no other hunter you can be, or you can be a Song of Flame Warlock. That's it. Nothing else is any good. Damn, that's wild. First encounter says 2 Guardians focus on clearing the room, defeating Behemoth, go crazy with supers, abilities, whatever, give it all. 1 Guardian gets the buff to complete the mechanics. Be quick without your callouts. Second encounter, grab the buff together, split, do the mechanics, all 3 rooms at the same time. There's a way to reduce shields on the boss very fast, and another way to extend DPS. Take advantage of it. Do DPS with the Praxic Blade, and have your heavy for the next traversal section. Booyah, baby. In third encounter, again, go crazy with the Praxic Blade. You won't run out of ammo. Extend as much as you can around the first round of mechanics on the light side, and eliminate as many shielded enemies as possible. When teleported to the Ascendant Arena, don't compel, just kill, kill, kill. You should be able to kill the boss in 1 phase. Boom. There you go. I told you everything.
Yeah, well, the most interesting part about this section they wrote is what's not there currently. And that's all the text they changed partway through the day today. Because the original version of this listed abilities from Destiny 2 from before Class 2.0, like Code of the Missile Titan, which doesn't exist anymore. At least not with that term. So whoever wrote this absolutely was like, hey, ChatGPT, please compile this for me. And it did. And they didn't spell check. And they got called out on Twitter multiple times about it. And then it changed, interestingly.
That's not that interesting. They just changed it because they were being called out.
Yeah, well, because
Would you
they're
leave it?
TWID. Not only is there nothing in the TWID, but they're not even bothering to write it. They're just letting a robot do it.
What exactly?
Maybe they should just go to ChatGPT and be like, "Hey ChatGPT, can you please produce a roadmap for Destiny 2 and just publish it and go on with their life?" You know what? I'm going to do that right now.
No, it makes me wonder what they are doing over there. I know, like, they have a communications team. It takes a week between, like, it can't take that long to write a TWID. Now, I know you need to get information from other people, but for most of them. But in this instance, like tips for speeding through equilibrium, you can write that on your own, right? You don't need people to, like, what are these people doing that they don't have time to write tips for speeding through equilibrium? Like, what are they doing?
They're just trying to find something to fill the space because they have nothing to share with us.
No, that's totally fine to fill the space, but what is that person doing on a daily basis that they didn't have time to not do that in AI?
I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, what are they doing all week? Like, there's not a ton of communication. This is a communications team, if I'm not right. They're not working on marathon. Oh, man. You're good. All right. Maybe they are, I guess. Man, I don't know about the communications team. Maybe they're all working on this crazy, like Marathon it's got a huge marketing campaign going right now. So maybe the entire communications team is working on the marketing. But they should leave at least one person doing work without doing AI stuff. I admit though, AI can make things go a lot faster, but you gotta spell check, man. You gotta spell check. It's simple. I learned that early on in my uses of AI. You know?
All right.
It would just absolutely make shit up sometimes for no reason. What were you gonna go into? All right.
So I have uncovered
the roadmap,
the 2026-2027 roadmap for Destiny 2.
Let's see what it says.
2026, the aftermath, episode 3, Echoes of Descent. Apparently, we're getting another Echo out of nowhere. Final narrative arc of the Renegade Saga, 6-player match-made activity, Frontier Incursions. Exotic mission rotator refresh, 2 reprise missions from year 6. New stasis aspect for all classes. Gambit rework phase 1. Armor mods removed. Role perks return. Trials of Osiris armor refresh. Summer of 2026. Core systems update. Armor 4.0. Simplified stat tiers. 100-point cap removed. Set bonuses for destination and activity armor. Vendor reputation 2.0. Account-wide rep. Deterministic weapon focusing improvement. Strike playlist difficulty options. Heroic Vanguard returns. 2 reprise PvP maps. 1 from D1 and 1 vaulted D2 map. Narrative beat. The Vanguard fractures over how to deal with post-Renegade factions. Fall of 2026, major expansion Shattered Horizon. Large annual expansion comparable to the Witch Queen in scope. New destination, the Jovian Expanse.
Go! Sorry.
Europa Orbit Debris Field, plus derelict Golden Age stations. New enemy faction, the Veilbound. Former human and Elixni scavengers, altered by paracausal resonance. Shielded units that phase between light and dark states. Campaign highlights, non-linear mission structure with 3 branching paths. Wait a minute, we've done this already. It really is a Destiny expansion.
Paths.
Legendary campaign returns. 1 campaign choice permanently affects post-campaign quest lines. New subclass evolution. 3rd dark class synergy node. Build crafting emphasis instead of new damage type. Raid, Grave of the First Navigator. 6 encounter raid. 6. Vehicle-assisted traversal section. Exotic arc-based adaptive trace rifle. Other features. Destination public event escalation system. Crafting refresh. 8 new exotic weapons. 2 new exotic armors. Anyway. Sounds pretty good. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Sounds really fucking good, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It fucked up some things. Armor 4.0, no thanks.
Yeah.
We
Sure.
don't need another upgrade there. But yeah, bring it
Wait.
on. Bring it.
Long-term systems direction. Reduce seasonal FOMO. Content remains playable for full expansion year.
That's the exact same thing that used to happen.
I know.
Shit. All right, whatever. Anyway, it was pretty funny. I liked that. That was good. You know what would be hilarious?
Yeah.
If they came out with a roadmap and it said exactly everything you just said.
You know, it would be hilarious if this gets out there and some of these generative AI bots pick
We'll start
up
grabbing
on
it.
the transcript and start feeding it out as actual information about the game, and it just drives a little bit of extra traffic to this episode of the podcast.
That might just be the thumbnail right there. Roadmap released. People will be like, "What?" That'd be great. Let's do it.
All right. Well, there ain't nothing else in here. There's a bunch of videos, and oh, by the way, there's another update to the new player guide that nobody ever is going to read.
Yeah, new player guide here. Let's check it out. Ooh, activities, advanced activities, exotic mission. Oh my God, there's that many exotic missions. That's actually crazy. The Whisper, 0 Hour Presage, Parasitic Pilgrimage. What the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
What the fuck is Parasitic Pilgrimage? Did they write this with AI too? Hold on, stand by. The Parasitic Pilgrimage mission is oh, it's where you get the parasite, exotic grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I never thought of that as an exotic mission though. I thought of that as a campaign mission. I guess that's the same. I mean, the new one, Fire and Ice, is the same.
Fire and Ice is an exotic mission, but also in the campaign.
Like a bunch of them weren't. Like Avalon wasn't one. I guess it was a seasonal mission. Anyway, so okay, Vox Obscura, What Remains, Node, Overlord, Avalon, whatever it's called, Starcrossed, Wildcard, Hope, Dual Destiny, Encore, Kel's Fall, To Realize, Heliostat, Fire and Ice. There's a lot there. I didn't realize. There's a lot of content in Destiny.
Yeah.
That's a lot of missions. Like a lot. Real answer is they fired all but one or two, I guess. How far behind is Master Fulbage? I think he just responded to when we were talking about what was the rest of the marketing team doing in chat.
All right, so there's no more TWID. We're done. Okay. I don't think we need to talk about Destiny anymore today. So let's talk about Marathon instead.
Okay, we don't need to talk about any of this patch update stuff.
No, there's nothing in there of any import.
And then he says, "Fine." Wait, I can't tell if he's behind or.
We could talk about, people for some reason being upset about 7 hours of downtime, earlier this week, but.
Well, I was curious about that. There did seem to be a lot of people upset about it. They were like, "What for? What for? What for? What for?" And DMG responded at some point. He was like, "Just background shit, and we want to make sure it's stable before it goes back up instead of launching it early and then have you all fucking bitch and moan that it's not working properly." He didn't say it quite like that, but
I know you're upset that you can't play Destiny right this second, but you literally have 4 months of time to try to get done whatever it is you wanted to get done today.
Without any.
Surely you're gonna have another day off to do it.
Well, it makes you wonder though, right? Because they're all like, everybody is absolutely like, "Oh my God, there's no content in Destiny," and then like when there's a 7-hour downtime, everybody's like, "Oh my God, I want to play Destiny." Like, I mean, which is it? Like, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I don't get it. But I'm an idiot, so who knows? Alright. Yeah, we can talk about Marathon.
Alright, you played some?
I did. I played some. First quick impression was it didn't really work that well with my computer at first. Mainly, the mouse was an issue. There is a fix for it. Close Discord.
Turn off your
That
overlays and close
that might
Discord.
not that might not
That's it.
fix it for everybody, but Discord was my issue. There's some overlay issues. So you got NVIDIA overlay, you got Discord overlay, you got Steam overlay. They all exist. If you're still having issues, so close Discord, turn off all your overlays, and then you might not have an issue. If you can't do all that for whatever reason, if you happen to have a controller, if you use the controller for like 30 seconds, and then switch back to mouse, it works again. It's weird. I don't have an explanation for it, but that worked out. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Which was what?
Plug in a DualSense 5 controller, have it take over audio, and not realize it, and wonder why nothing works anymore. Or none of the audio works anymore. Restart your computer. You can't even play a YouTube video because the audio
All you
is
gotta
dead.
do is go and
listen.
change where your default audio it is.
I
A lot of
know
times when you
that.
plug in a DualSense controller, it just defaults it to the speaker.
Yes, but
on
I
the...
didn't know that's what was happening. I started up a new game, which mouse didn't work, and I thought the fucking game absolutely killed my computer and killed my audio drivers. And I didn't know what was going on, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't I wasn't thinking about the controller. And it's not like I got an indication. I didn't get an indication or anything that it switched the stuff over. And I had these headsets on, they're noise canceling, so ironically, the sound was probably playing through the speaker on the controller, but couldn't hear it.
You could not hear it. Yeah.
So I restarted my computer. YouTube still wasn't working. Audio wasn't working. I was like, I restarted and everything's still broken. I was like, all right, I think we're cooked, chat. And then I went in to look at my audio settings, and they were both input and output were set to DualSense, and I'm like, fuck.
But nobody heard that because your audio was messed up.
Well, the mic, this mic is attached to my streaming computer, so I could still talk to people, and they were hearing it, so they heard the fuck. All right. Anyway,
beyond the technical difficulties, what do you think?
Short of that, I am bad again. So all the improvement I made during the alpha, just gone. I totally forgot how to play the game. I don't know if those mines were on the stairs in the alpha, but my third match, I walked right up to mine. I was like, I heard a noise. And so I turned and I looked at the noise, which the audio is really good. Directionally, by the way.
Yep. Agree.
So far, anyway. You can tell when people are above you, below you. Well, I don't know about below. I haven't tried that yet, but up, down, left, right. Anyway, I look over at it. It looks like a light. And I'm like, oh, that light's making noise. I walk over to it. It explodes and kills me. Not even... So this was my third match after being killed in my very first match because I'm an idiot and don't know how to play the game. And then killed in my second match because I'm just bad. And then killed in my third match without even coming in contact with any AI or another player. How can you be that bad? Anyway, so I lost all my skills. So I'm getting back into it. The last match I did before the podcast, I was starting to feel it. I was feeling the flow. We were doing well. We did end up dying before extraction. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi'd from a hill while we were hitting the extraction button. And that made me sad. But overall, feels good. Lots of the competitive FPS nature of it is something that I wanted. I've played a lot of Arc Raiders. We've talked about it a lot on the podcast. I still have a good time with it. It's getting a little boring now, but they've added some new stuff recently, so it's still kind of boring. But I'm hoping I can jump between the two and get my extraction itch, good. Now, I don't know enough about Marathon right now. There's a lot of stuff I do in Arc that I'm building towards things. get a lot of stuff, but you're building to it. You like if you're doing a project, you have to go out and get certain loot, and then you build the project. And, you're building towards the expedition. You go out and get certain loot, and then you got to make sure you got enough money. And you're doing that, or you've got one of the raider decks where you need to get experience, or you need to do certain challenges, and then you get points so you can unlock cosmetics. Or they have little events on the week that are like only get experience by shooting, the PVE stuff only, which I don't think would work in Marathon. But maybe I'm just haven't played enough of it. And then you can fill out this like a mini battle pass and get cosmetics and in-game items and stuff. Like there's always something to work towards. And right now in Marathon, it's fine. Like there's the whole leveling up process and all of the factions and their trees and their quests. That all exists and it's all stuff you can go through. I just don't know how far that's going to go. Like I don't have enough time in it yet. You need to have something to be like working towards all the time, especially when you get to end game on an extraction shooter, because you get to a certain point where you're just kind of bored. Because like if you lose stuff, it's not a big deal. You don't really need any more money. It's all this. None of this stuff's like a big deal. It's anyway. You get to that point if you play enough of it. So I can't talk on that aspect. The longevity of the interest. But right now, yeah, it looks. The gunplay is incredible. The audio is great. The game looks a billion times better than it did on the alpha. I don't know what they did to make it look that much nicer. Well, they probably just put like fucking lighting in it or something. But it looks good. The guns are, as you can anticipate, whenever you shoot a Bungie gun, you're like, oh yeah, I can feel that in my fucking bones, Yeah, so really it's going to come down to the fact if people like competitive based extraction, squad based, or well, it doesn't even need to be squad based. You can do solos or 3v3. Just have fun. I don't know. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to play Server Slam, and then I'm going to get the game and play that a bunch, have some fun, and hopefully they can keep my interests like peaked by doing all that like extra little things, something to work towards whenever you're bored.
All right.
That's my take, I guess. So
I also played Marathon Server Slam today. I'm gonna set everything up by saying that extraction shooters are not my bag. Okay. So the chances of me putting any serious amount of time into this or any other extraction shooter, PvP extraction shooter, pretty small. That said, I played it. I think the art looks good. I think the art style is great. A lot of people say that they feel like it looks like Roblox. I think that's total cap. I think those people are morons. I don't think the graphics of the environment detract from anything or create too much noise. Some of the environmental effects get a little crazy. The rain especially, does create a lot of visual clutter on your screen, but I think for this particular game, it makes sense. I do wonder that if you're going to be able in the full release to turn down the quality and have some of that stuff disappear and make it give yourself an advantage. I guess we'll have to see, because that exists in some games where your graphic settings can give you a little bit of advantage in PvP against other players. I think the sound design is great. There are a couple of people I've read online saying that the sound design is terrible and they can't hear where people are coming from. And I had to ask them on Twitter, "Are you deaf?" Because you can hear everything in this game, at least other players. Sometimes the AI can be a little quiet, but I think that's mostly the AI that's already just naturally quiet. Like some of the flying drones can be a little quiet if there's other things going on. But robots in their little flight mode, a little bit quiet. But as soon as they're walking around, you can absolutely hear them, and you will know wherever it is that they're at because the directional audio is great in the game. Gameplay feels great. It feels like slow Destiny to me. It feels like if you're playing Destiny and you pump the brakes just a little bit on your movement speed. I'm not a huge fan of stamina meters. I understand why they exist in a game like this, but coming from Destiny, where I'm used to just being able to sprint around as much as I want all the time and just be full speed all the time, eager edge, grapple, you know, skate, whatever. Um, coming to Marathon, which feels remarkably like playing Destiny, it's just a little bit slow, which is, for this game's identity, fine. Abilities, I think, feel good. I wish there were more of them. Probably are more of them that will get unlocked as characters progress. I think that's great. I do not like the UI. I think the UI is dog shit. For a couple of reasons. One of them is that it's hard to tell what things are, but I think that personally is just a matter of experience with the game. Once you've played it enough, you'll be able to easily identify visually what everything is and know what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. I don't think that is a unique. I don't think that's a unique thing in extraction shooters where half the stuff you're pulling out isn't like guns and bullets. It's shit you're gonna sell. That could be all kinds of random stuff. You play Tarkov for the first time, you're like, it's a random computer part. What do I do with this? Nothing. You sell that shit, right? Yeah. And you don't know what to do with it until you know what to do with it. And once you do, then it's not that big of a deal. But I will say that going through the tooltips and trying to read them, or going through the menus and trying to read them, I think there's probably a little bit too much color variation in the menus themselves that kind of makes it a little bit like when you flash between menu to menu, it kind of makes it's kind of a little hard on your eyes. But more importantly, their choice of font and the font size in the tooltips is bad. The fonts are small. The color selection doesn't have enough contrast. And I can imagine if you're on PC and you're right up on your monitor, it's probably fine. But if you're playing Marathon from a console couch and you're 7 feet away from your 75-inch or 60-inch TV, you're not gonna be able to read shit. It's gonna be terrible. So they got to do something about the UI. I really don't enjoy the UI how it is right now, because it's difficult to get at the information the game is trying to communicate with. But it feels like a fun game to play. I also like that I like how the AI gets more dangerous the longer you're in a match. It's not just you can encounter more of them. Their difficulty goes up the longer you sit in a raid. I think that's cool. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you have a couple of AI collapse on you that you weren't expecting, you're just toast. You can get killed so quickly by the AI or caught out while you're fighting something else. I think that's a good thing. It really makes me wonder what the raids are going to look like when they drop.
The stream just blipped.
Oh. Okay. Are we live now?
I think we are. There was some sort of blip. I saw red. And then it was green again. Oh, yeah. It says all good. And my dashboard says 0 viewers, but Devil's still here. Okay, all right. Let's keep going.
I'm gonna continue playing through the server slam. I'll decide whether or not I'm gonna put any more time into it, but I have to be honest with you, probably not. I don't have the patience to go into I haven't had a situation where I've lost a bunch of stuff yet. I think that's because there's not a whole. I feel like sometimes the maps feel like you're the only one there. It's just you and the bots. There are some raids you go into where you may not even actually encounter anybody. Occasionally.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair.
And
I'm
I wonder
sure
if they're still trying to balance how populated the maps are.
They'll always be doing that. They'll always be doing
So,
that, I think.
But I feel like the very first time I lose like a full inventory of stuff that I want, I'm gonna be fucking irritated.
I just did right before I came on here, so. We had a good match. We had a good PvP fight. We killed a bunch of people, took all their loot, and went to the extraction. And then, like I said, the extraction was surrounded by like mountains, and then a bunch of PVE. Like something's wrong with Twitch. Okay. Okay, hold on. It says we're gone. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with my OBS now.
I'm watching the stream. I got the stream up.
Just refresh.
Definitely there right at the moment.
Oh, okay. There we go. Anyway, so so a big ship come down. It's like sometimes when you hit extraction points, like you get swarmed by enemies, and you got to take them out. And we were fighting them, and then like I died really fast to what I thought was a bot, and then by the time I looked up and I saw players on top of the hill shooting down at us, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was okay with it. It just definitely surprised me. I was like, hey, don't do that, you bully. Anyway. Sag. That's all I got.
All right. Have you been following the discourse about Marathon on the old tweeters today?
On the old tweeters?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. Say that again.
You've been following the Marathon discourse on social media today, specifically Twitter.
Which one? Which discourse?
All of it, just in general.
Oh, well, I haven't really seen much of anything other than some people just don't like it. And that's fine.
Well, I mean, it's 50-50, but I got to be real honest with you. The people that keep comparing Marathon to Arc Raiders, I'm not sure why they're making that comparison other than they're both extraction games. Marathon is going to almost certainly be a much more PvP focused extraction game than Arc Raider is. So it doesn't surprise me that a lot of and I'm not saying this as a insult. A lot of the casual Arc Raider player base that already doesn't like PvP, that bitches about PvP rats all the time, and cheers whenever they see a video of some PvPer in a Care Bear lobby getting murked by somebody who's doing vigilante bullshit. Like, those people were never gonna like this game. They're not even similar. They don't. One's first person, one's third person. One has much more of a PvE focus. The maps seem like they're incredibly larger in Arc Raiders. Now, I've never actually played Arc Raiders. All of this is only from me watching various people play the game. But the maps feel like they're way bigger in Arc Raiders.
We haven't seen some of the maps that are in Marathon, but that's fair. Like the opening map. The maps are
the vibe is way
the
different.
maps are bigger. Yeah, the vibes are totally different. Totally different vibes in both of the games. You know, you can make Arc more about PvP, but you can also make it about PvE, just chill vibes, having fun. I mentioned this a lot. I don't know. I said this a long time ago on this podcast. I said Marathon will be the competitive extraction shooter, and Arc Raiders will be the social extraction shooter. It's just, I've always believed that. I don't even know when I said that. I feel like it was way back before either game launched. I had played both alpha and beta, and you can tell right from the beginning what they're going to be like. But I don't know.
I mean, it feels like a PvP game that has some PvE in it, rather than a game where they're both trying to be meshed, you know, and that there's a big PvE focus. I wonder if that's going to change when the raids come out, when the raid content becomes available. But I really hope that the Arc Raiders trend of insinuating, not insinuating, of pushing in like this PvE environment for PvE players. I really hope it doesn't continue. I was watching something yesterday. I happened to catch a video. I'm not going to name the person because I find them to be a fucking horrible human being. And I was mostly hate watching them just so I could find some things to hate about them more. But they actually said something that I think is important in gaming today, and that's that there's this I feel like there's this push from major developers where they would really like it if every one of their games appealed to everybody, the widest possible audience. I don't think that's healthy for all games, especially not games like this. Like, sometimes games have to be for a certain subset of people, and people just got to be okay with that. You know what I mean? I think saying, yeah, this game isn't for me is great, but saying this game isn't for me because in Arc Raiders I can get in a big lobby and just chill with everybody else in there. That's not a real way to critique the game. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's kind of dumb, frankly.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have fun with both. You know, I already know I played a fair amount of Arc Raiders and I enjoy the game. As long as I can get somewhat good at Marathon, I'll enjoy the game. If I'm just terrible at it, just getting my ass handed to me and beat down every fucking time, then no, I might not enjoy it that much. But you know, you put a little bit of time into it, you'd be good enough to hold your own in most cases and enjoy it. Back to, I guess, how we think it's doing. So it launched today at 10 o'clock Pacific. I don't know if the launch was smooth. I was at work, so I didn't get to try it. But there's a peak user base of 143,621 for a free-to-play beta. Now, I don't know if that's great, or it seems like an okay number. I feel like it should be higher for a free-to-play Bungie game. But I did see the number eventually drop down to about 115,000 players and then go back up to where it's currently sitting around 120,000. So that's good. We'll see tomorrow where it is living. And if it, I don't know, skyrockets any higher tonight or tomorrow or Saturday when everybody is home, away from work. Not 100% sure. But if you have indications of High Guard peaked around 100K, I believe. And then it dropped to like 12 in like 24 hours because nobody liked it. Hopefully it doesn't do that, I guess. It's already gone down and then back up now, though, so that's a good sign. I guess some people took a break. So it was at max at... I don't know what these time frames are. I don't know, 5 hours ago? Dropped to its lowest point an hour ago, and then it's going back up. No?
Yeah, because we're getting into prime time for West Coast.
Prime time for West Coast! Good. Well, have it keep going up. See where it is. I can't wait to get online tomorrow and see people posting the 6 a.m. numbers and being like, "Oh, Marathon fell off."
Here it is. Here's exactly what I'm saying. After playing a bit of Marathon, it's an absolute tragedy that it's a PvP extraction shooter. If this game had a campaign mode or a PvE mode, it would be so fucking cool. Marathon used to be a single player game, and also Bungie was built on making single player PvE. This is the kind of stuff I don't understand. Like, just say the game's not for you and move on. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what people have. I don't know. People are obsessed. They hate multiplayer games. I guess. I don't know. See, Devil gets it. Game's not for him. He's not gonna play it. End of story. Life will be okay. Everybody will survive. I think. Right? Hope so. Goodness gracious. We might be in some trouble. Alright, I don't know if I got anything else to talk about. Other than I'm going to play more Marathon. We're going to do more Marathon giveaways. That's it. That's all I got. I will download it tonight because I was asked to. By who? It doesn't matter.
You can at least play through the tutorial, Devilito. There's no PvP in the tutorial.
Yep, there you go. You feel how good the guns are, and you'll be like, "Ooh yeah, ooh yeah." He's this guy's birthday. All right. Or be me and pay $25 to upgrade a 30-year-old game to its new expansion. Well, to be fair, it's not a 30-year-old game. They released an updated version of it. That would be like saying you spent $80 on a 30-year-old game when you bought Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, it's a new game. I assume you're talking about Diablo 2 and its remade version that has expansions and upgrades. If you're talking about something else, then I've got no idea.
He is. He's talking about Diablo 2 and
Diablo.
Diablo.
Diablo 2, like Reloaded or Reborn or what's it called? Doesn't it have a name? Revamped? X? Oh wait, no, that's just Joe's macro.
Resurrected.
Resurrected?
Okay. It's resurrected.
Did you go look it up?
I did.
Nice. Every time I launch the game, my PC crashes. Oh no!
All right. Well, if there's nothing else,
oh, sorry.
Let's wrap it up.
I was reading this shit. Poor people's crashing computers.
All right. While he's busy reading chat, let me tell you a little bit about Zero to Hero, our event starting in March, starting on the 1st in the Shrouded gaming community. Zero to Hero is an event where you will form a team of 6 Guardians in Destiny 2 and tackle all of the raids and dungeons in whatever order you like, starting only with blue, green, or white gear, and only upgrading gear that you actually get to drop from each of the activities. This event is designed so that you can earn rewards as you play through it. Every time you clear an activity, you earn yourself some more rewards. And then we've got some special rewards for people who manage to do the entire thing. So there's going to be, you'll be earning loyalty points throughout the whole thing, and you'll be earning raffle tickets for a prize giveaway. As you progress, there'll be some server roles, all that good stuff. Details are on the Shrouded Gaming community Discord server. There's a sign-up form. Just get your team together, sign up, By the way, this event is not closed to SGC clan members. So is not closed to just SGC clan members. So if you're in the SGC and you've got some homies that you would like to do this event with and they're not part of an SGC clan, well, guess what? You can invite them. So get out there and to do that. So that's what I got.
Woo! Sorry. Okay. So, where did all my shit go?
I don't know.
Where did it go? Okay, so I'm going to take a little intermission after the podcast, but we're going to keep streaming Marathon for a little bit. And then Catastrophe stream this Saturday. So we're playing Fall Guys. So make sure if you want to play Fall Guys in the evening on Saturday that you're ready for that. It's usually around 9, 10, 11 Eastern. I know, that's terrible timing, but it moves around, all right? What do you mean you're not playing that again? Get your ass in there and have some fun. Anyway, so make sure to swing by, and then we'll probably do more Server Slam stuff. We're going to be doing a bunch of Server Slam stuff and hopefully more streaming of Marathon on the actual launch as well. And then if I get bored of it, then we'll never talk about it again. Easy. Am I right? Escape will make you God!
All right, sir. Outro us out of here.
All right. Thank you so much for watching episode 141 of This Week at Shrouded. We know it was a little marathon heavy this week, but lately there hasn't been a lot of Destiny news to talk about, so it is what it is. Anyway, I was your host, Jay Greener. Thanks for Mr. Rec for being here. We will be back next week with some more Destiny and probably Marathon news. So, see you then. Peace.
Escape will make you God.